Do we really need exercise? We're going to talk about that today. Hello everyone, semi-retired Bob here. I talk about the carnivore diet, all things related to the carnivore diet, and miscellaneous odds and ends. Today we're going to talk about exercise. Is it really necessary? I don't really have an answer to that, but we're going to try and get into it a little bit here. If this is your first time here on the channel, welcome. I'm glad you're here. You may be asking yourself, what in the world are we looking at here, Bob? Well, basically you're watching me walk. 17 months ago, I couldn't do this. I could barely stand for 2 to 2.5 minutes without severe pain. Now I'm out here walking every day. The whole point of this channel is to show you that it's never too late to change your life. And I'd like to ask each and every one of you to help me out with that just a little bit. Go ahead and hit that like button or the dislike. Any interaction with the channel helps. Drop down in the comments. Say hi, Bob. And if you're not subscribed yet, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It's absolutely free. And it does help the channel out. It helps me get my message out that it's never too late to change your life. FedEx truck going by, so that was kind of loud. At least today the trash bins are all empty already, so we won't have to contend with the trash truck coming up and down the street. For those of you returning to the channel, welcome back. I'm glad you're here as well. It does mean an awful lot to me that you choose to spend just a few moments of your day with me, listening to what this old retired truck driver has to say. Well, let's just jump right on into this thing here. The question I get asked a lot, do I have to exercise? Depends on what you want. If you're just looking to lose weight, and that's where most of us start off, or you're just looking for a little pain relief like I was, or whatever it is you're trying to fix by adopting the carnivore elimination diet, then no, you don't have to exercise. I mean, I think it was 80 pounds or so that I had lost before I started walking on September the 1st of last year. And I didn't walk because I couldn't walk. But I think my improvements got much faster once I got to the point where I could walk. It wasn't very far that first day. It wasn't even very far that first month. I think it took me about a month before I broke the 1 mile mark. And I increased kind of quick from there. It was like a month and a week, and I broke the 2 mile mark. So you can get gains pretty quick, but you don't have to exercise if all you're looking for is that one thing that you were looking for, which is what drove you to the carnivore diet. I do think, however, if we want overall improvement in our life, in our health, in our mobility, the things we're able to do, then I think we do need to have some exercise. Talked about this a lot. As Coach Bronson says, functional mobility is just finding what it is you want to be able to do and keep working towards that objective. You know, if you want to be able to walk up and down the stairs better, then what you should do is walk up and down the stairs more until it becomes easier. And then you get to say, what's next? That's the basic concepts of, do we need exercise or do we not need exercise? And the answer is yes and no, depending on what you're trying to accomplish. I need a lot more exercise because of all the things I'm planning to do in the future. Perhaps just being able to walk up and down the stairs and walk out to the mailbox and back is what it's going to take to make you feel like you're living your best life. So, what I'm doing versus what you're doing are two completely different things. You have to decide for yourself how much mobility you want. Now, I will say everybody should be, once you're able to, everybody should be lifting some kind of weights, even if it's just a couple of soup cans, because I believe as we get older that, the whole use it or lose it thing comes into play. And if we don't use our muscles at least a little bit every day, as we get older, they'll go the other way and we'll start to lose that muscles, which turns us into frail old people. And I don't think any of us want to be frail old people. But there is one other quick topic. It's not really a topic. I'm wearing a pair of shoes from a company called Fitville. There's a link down in the description, and there's a discount code down there as well. Don't go off and buy them right now unless you absolutely want to. They sent me a pair of shoes to try out, and I picked their hiking shoes. They apparently saw that I was doing a lot of walking videos and wanted me to test out their shoes. So in the full disclosure, they did send me the shoes I'm wearing right now free of charge. But I told them I'd give them an honest review, and right now I'm not ready to do that review yet. These are just my first impressions of the shoes. And their whole advertising campaign is around having wider toe boxes. When I was a kid, it was nothing to go to the shoe store and get a pair of double E or 4E with shoes. Those are getting really hard to find these days. And for somebody that has suffered with gout all these years, now I haven't had any gout attacks, but I can tell you getting a set of hiking shoes with a super wide toe box has made walking even better for me. I'll let you know as we go how things work out. My first impression of the shoe, when I first put them on, I noticed the toe box was wider, so my toes had plenty of room to spread out in the shoes, but I also felt like the soles were a little bit on the hard side, not nearly as much cushion as some of my other shoes have. I was a little disappointed when I first put them on, but I decided to give them a fair shake. And like I said, these are just my first impressions. I've only had the shoes for about a week and a half now. I'm going to wait until I've been wearing them for almost a full month, if not more, before I give you guys a complete review of them. But having been walking in them for the last week and a half, they do feel pretty good on my feet. It's like the pressure points of my feet have made little indentations in the soles, and now they don't feel as hard as they did when I first put them on. But they seem very well made. I don't know how they're going to hold up. I'll let you know as we go here, because as you know, I do a lot of walking. So I'll let you know my final thoughts on them in a video in the future. Like I said, if you are interested, there's a link in the description and a discount code that'll get you 30% off But don't feel like you need to rush right out and look at those, because this is just my initial impressions. They do have a lot of different kind of shoes, but they're all made on the wide toe box. So if you have trouble finding shoes that fit properly, you might go take a look at these. But yeah, when it comes to exercise, I believe we need the amount of exercise that it takes to get us to point B. Point B being where we want to go in our journey. You know, if all you want to be able to do is to walk down to the mailbox comfortably, that's what you should work on. For me, I'm planning on trying to walk a little bit further than that in 2025. So I need to keep working, need to keep hiking further, walking further, doing more things. Hopefully, as the work around the house here finishes up for the year and I head off south, I can start getting more walking in, because there's not really going to be a whole lot to do down in Texas this first winter, except hopefully watch it rain on the ground and maybe build a few catchment basins to start catching some water to hope green the place up a little bit. We'll see what happens. But that's what I've got for you today, folks. Hopefully you enjoyed this quick little video. Don't forget, get out there, be 1% better. Today, tomorrow, every day. Have a great day, folks. I'll see you in the next one.